Filter's got two filter plugins. There's the Pro Q4 and then there's Volcano 3. And they look really similar. One of the most common questions I get is when would I pick Volcano 3? Often coming from people who are mostly mixing engineers. They're not interested in doing really fancy things. They just want to know, will this offer me anything in terms of mixing? The answer is yes. So I have here both of these. They are on this bass sound. If we go ahead and bring up the mixer here, this bass sound already has a bit of a stack going on, but there's this rise in the filter opening up here. It sounds like this. Let's say that you want to emphasize that. You want to bring it in and out. You could come in. We'll go ahead, turn on the Q4, and we'll give it just a marginal boost here, maybe somewhat narrow. Look for some spots to go after it. And you could try messing with the Q, the bands, but the Pro Q4 has been made to be sort of as transparent as possible, right? Optimized mostly for mixing, but every now and then we want some more color. And that's where Volcano 3 may fit the bill a little bit better. So here I've got two filters and we can add them as peaking filters, but there are many more filter types. So right now these are both on tube and it sounds like this. We could try changing them out. Maybe we put them both on extreme, or you could try mixing them up. Another thing you also have the option for that you do not have this in the Pro Q4 is the routing. We could have it go through filter 1 and then have this hit filter 2. We could have them go out in parallel. You can have up to 4 filters, and that gives you a lot of routing capabilities. So if we have them over the same peak, and we could have 2 different filter types coming out. Or you could put them in series, and you see it shows you that this is going to result in one massive peak here as a result. I'm not saying you'd want to go this crazy with it, but I just want to show you that there are occasions where picking Volcano 3 actually makes a lot more sense. Whenever you have these color impacts coming in on your mix, you want to bring something in and out. Typically with these sorts of moves, I like to automate the mix on and off just to bring it in as necessary. And of course, I have to mention it here because it is just such a stark difference. There's an entire modulation system built into here. Like we could have it follow the envelope and have the filter, maybe we have the amount of peak get driven by the envelope coming in. Maybe we have it just a little bit rounded. And this will essentially move it up and down for us. So we could have it sort of dynamically respond to our sound. Maybe we have this one respond more. And you can see where it is. And you can use a side chain to drive this so that if you have a sound such as this, we could get a bandpassed version to drive this so that it responds a little bit more like how we want. But these are things that you can do in Volcano 3 that are very, very easy and straightforward to do. But the big difference here when I'm mixing and I'm like, oh, usually what triggers me to go for it is I'm looking for a little bit more resonance. I'm looking to push an area of the spectrum a little harder, and I want it to be a little bit more aggressive. And so for that reason, I'll be grabbing Volcano 3 over the Pro Q4. Let me know what you think down below. Why do you have moments where you're like, I want this rather than that? What's sort of your go-to for the different plugins? Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.